Architecture shapes our built environment. It is more than a combination of art and design fulfilling a utilitarian purpose. It is a reflection of a society's values and aspirations. At its most powerful, architecture can be transformative, not only creating spaces that inspire, challenge and delight, but can forge a path for society at large and provide a tangible vision of what is possible. Across Australia, architects, urban planners and community leaders are using community-focused design to solve real-world problems and create more sustainable and inclusive environments. Join us as we explore how design can create vibrant and healthy local communities that foster connection and local engagement. Not all community-minded projects are physical spaces built into local environments. Some are conceptual in nature, based on the collective actions of those in the community. 16 kilometres southeast of Melbourne's city centre is the seaside suburb of Sandringham. Here, combined individual desire to protect both the local and global environment has led to collective action at the council level. The Village Zero project, organised by local residents and workers, is a hyper-local initiative focused on transforming their locality into a more environmentally conscious and sustainable, low-carbon urban village. While the project is driven by members across the community, it was initially spearheaded by local residents Kate and Ray.
So here we are, Sandy Foreshore. I mean, we really are blessed. We've got a wonderful day. Beautiful backdrop. This is what Village Zero is about, protecting the environment, preserving what we've got and bringing positive change about people's behaviours.
This is absolutely pristine and we just need to keep it this way. So the more rubbish waste we can reduce from the village coming down onto our beautiful beaches, the better it's going to be for everyone.
You know, people can do small things individually, then as you've said, as a collective, it's absolutely massive. The Traders Association were fortunate enough to get a grant, and it was all about taking Sandy Village plastic free. And you did all the hard work, so tell us about it.
Well, I come from a hospitality background and I've worked in many aspects of hospitality. Doesn't matter where you work, all I see is waste. Maybe I'm hyper vigilant, hyper noticing, I'm hyper aware of what is around, and I just see the single use everywhere I look. And it was time that we needed to change this. So I needed to do something different and really do what I could to change the way the direction of the single-use packaging. So when I saw this grant become available, I thought, let's just throw our hat in the ring, see what we can do. And we were lucky enough to be awarded the grant from Sustainability Victoria.
The traders have really embraced the concept. From a trader perspective, it's about the economy as much as anything else, but you can have both. It really is part of the same story. So
they can actually reduce their ongoing costs. It is a smaller upfront cost, but then you don't have those ongoing costs of packaging every month.
Along with individual-led action fueling the project, the local council was quick to get on board.
So council have been very, very supportive of grassroots organisations such as Village Zero, because in this way they know that they are actually working with the residents to achieve the things that the residents want. So it's a very nice collaboration, and it's also a reciprocal partnership. At the very beginning, we really needed to have a framework for how Village Zero could work. So through a council grant, we were able to do a workshop with Regen Melbourne and have a look at how we could work within the planetary boundaries to have a space that was full of nurture and care and looking after the environment as we looked after the people. So the council helped us with that grant. They've also been quite fundamental in helping background information and all sorts of other statistics and workshops to be able to apply for the grant that was successfully achieved, and that was the Victorian Sustainability Grant.
Village Zero brings together passionate community members united by a desire to take action for the climate crisis, coming together to regenerate a village. About 12 months ago, Zoe Daniel was running for local federal member as an independent candidate. And at the time, I met up with her and told her about some community energy initiatives that I had been involved in, and she expressed a desire to start one in Sandringham. She introduced me to a number of other actors who also had the same desire to take climate action, which brought together multiple groups, including Bayside City Council, Sandringham Traders Association, and other passionate experts who had something to contribute to the group. So we all came together and we strategized and co-designed what would it look like. We spent a number of months together as a core group designing what our work would look like and shaping where our direction needed to go. And we've been working hard ever since then with the initiatives that we have in place so far, which is the Solar Drive and the Sustainability Victoria grant, which allowed us to encourage BYO and returnable containers to reduce the use of single-use plastics.
The central point of the Sustainability Victoria project was making Sandy Village plastic free. So the process involved trialling some materials.
And it was just about getting everybody on board as well. It's not just singling out food traders, we wanted everyone to be involved, and for everyone walking down the street to actually see the signs, reminding them and prompting them to bring their own containers or opt into the returnable container system.
Yeah, so it's really about behavioural change, isn't it? So
it is, absolutely.
So for example, in our office where we've got a number of people, we're 20 metres from coffee shops, the immediate thought is, well, let's go and get a takeaway coffee. And so you walk down 20 metres, go back to your office with a takeaway cup of coffee.
And that is one of the reasons why we've introduced the return to workplace micropools into the KPA lawyers and also the Bendigo Bank.
Yeah, which is a great idea. So what that is a micropool. So we have the takeaway packaging as not single-use packaging.
That's right.
But as a reusable packaging and the reusable coffee cup. So we have that front and centre on the way out of the office as a visual prompt. So when you have not remembered to take your takeaway cup, it's front and centre. And as we said, it's about behavioural change. It's about forming new habits, and very quickly you won't think about it, it'll become automatic. So the more people that the process becomes automatic and the more people that get on board and there is behavioural change, we can really make a significant dent into move across to reusable packaging.
Exactly.
Participating businesses offer a simple but effective scheme for reducing single-use plastics.
Here we are at KPA Lawyers and we have one of the return of workplace micropools. The idea of these is as you're walking out the door to go and collect your coffee or your takeaways, you grab one of the cups, collect your takeaways as Taylor has done here, bring it back, put it through the dishwasher, return it to the stack to be reused again.
The ultimate energy behind the Village Zero project comes from local individuals wanting to make a difference.
I just wanted to be involved in something in the community, to feel connected to the community, and also to make feel like I was making some kind of personal change with climate change. My professional background is as a project manager and I work in big projects, but I work in fields that I don't feel like I'm making any kind of difference in my day-to-day life to addressing the problem of climate change or the waste that you see on the streets or on the beach. And I just wanted to do something essentially. So I just started to come along to the meetings as a volunteer. I'm still a volunteer. The volunteers come from a whole heap of aspects of life. So sort of experts in the industry who they have work in, say, renewables or in transport or in green spaces, and they just want to make a difference at a community level as well. They want to provide their expertise at a local level. So I helped to build the website. I helped with various aspects of like dog's body work with like some of the projects that we do around town. So a lot of the work that we do relies on volunteers to just like, oh, I'll do that, I can do that, I can do that. And that's kind of how we function.
Along with the individuals who run the program, it's up to local business to adopt it.
So the uptake by the traders in Sandy Village has been tremendous. We're just coming up to Limoncello now. They were one of the early adopters, and They were ground zero as part of Village Zero.
Absolutely, they were the very first business that we did anything with. In fact, their coffee grounds have been collected from here for the last 12 months, and their coffee grounds all go out to Moorabbin Farm at fair share.
I think you just ticked over 2 tonnes recently, is that right?
Yes, between here and Station Mingle, we've ticked over 2,970 kilograms of coffee. That is 4,455 kilograms of CO2 emissions we have saved.
Local cafes have been really important in leading the introduction of the reusable container schemes. We collect the coffee grounds from a number of cafes, and we hope to, our goal is to collect them from all cafes in town to divert that from landfill. The coffee grounds, we take them to Fair Share, which is a market garden. So the coffee grounds go into the compost. The compost helps to with the gardens that are planted, and the food that's grown is provided to needy families.
The Sandringham Village Zero project is a community initiative focused on sustainability and supporting small businesses. It aims to help local traders reduce waste, adopt eco-friendly packaging, and transition to energy-efficient solutions like solar power.
As a business operator, you're there to service your customers, and your customers are now demanding, well, what's your social responsibility? What are you actually doing with respect to the packaging that's being created and produced? Give us an option. It's a viable option, and it makes sense. It makes sense for the environment. It makes sense for the business. The business saves money on the packaging, and the business engenders customer loyalty. So it's really, really important.
That's right, and it was something that came out very strongly when we did the community surveys, that people are ready for change. They just need direction and leadership on that. So 83% of our respondents actually said they wanted to adopt this bring your own containers, but they just wanted businesses to actually let them know that they were happy to accept them.
Business participation was key to the project's success, and there was plenty of enthusiasm from local business owners.
So Red Moose is open during the day, and we do healthy food, smoothies, wraps, but there's also now 6 other businesses that are on board. So initially there was another 4, and it ranges from hot food, evening meals, through to local cafes and coffee shops. So it's a really good diverse mix, and we'd love more Sandringham businesses to come on board, because the more that it gets picked up, the easier it is for customers to go to anywhere in Sandringham, and it is a real community feel here. So we just have a lot of regular families that come in that have been coming since their kids were babies, and it's great to be able to offer that, because we do feel like the kids that are growing up now are a bit more aware of sustainability and really looking for something, so we're proud to be able to offer it. So we've been here, it's a family business, and 9 years, and we just wanted something that we could offer to the community that was healthy, and seeing that there was a lot of unhealthy options. So we've kept with that trajectory of wanting to have healthy options and also do something good for the planet. And we have been trying on our own to just be sustainable from the beginning. So we've minimal waste, but our main issue has been packaging and how do we go about reducing that. So when Kate and the team came along with Village Zero and offered this project, and for us to be part of the pilot, we were really excited. So we jumped on board and just from the beginning looked at ways that we could improve what we were doing here at Red Moose. So with Village Zero, the thing that it offered that we didn't have was just that chance to be part of something bigger. So we found we were offering our customers to bring their own keep cups instead of using single use, but it was a little bit hard being on our own and also trying to run the business. So we found that being part of a bigger community and having more than one business offering the same product and the same initiative just felt like it was going to get more momentum, and it has. And also having a really good product with the Infinity box is something that we're really proud to offer. It's at a really reasonable price for our customers to get on board with the program, so $2, and they can reuse as many times as they want, which is amazing. And then also some of the other communications that have come out from the Village Zero group in terms of posters or social media, just advising people in the community what's on offer has been really great, because it is hard as a small business to be able to keep operating and run these initiatives. So being able to share those thoughts and ideas has been really good. Our regular customers are really keen to get on board because they can see how simple it is to just bring back their container the next time, and we have a lot of people who come back either weekly or every day, so that's been really great. Yeah, it's just been a matter of talking to people about it, putting signage up and just reminding people that the options are there, and having them front of mind, so having them at the register so you can show it to people and they can see. We had questions about, is the size the same? Am I getting the same amount in my drink? So just being able to make sure we can answer those questions has been important.
Sandringham Charcoal Chicken is one of our real champions of this. They've adopted the Infinity Box right from the word go, and they've had great success in their take-up. A number of people coming in and swapping containers every day, which has been absolutely fantastic to see.
Sure.
It's also helping build loyalty from their customers to the business. So again, you're developing that connection with your community and building your own community who all wants to make a difference.
So when people come along for the first time and want to use an Infinity Box, mainly for Red Moose, it's the cups for our coffees and our drinks, and then it's bowls that we use for acai bowls and soups. And then we do have some of the rectangle containers that people can take their wraps in as well. Not as many of them go out. And people deposit $2 the first time to engage in the program, and then each time they come back they might bring their cup back. Normally people have washed it, but even if they use it on the spot and return it straight away, they can either get their $2 back as their deposit refunded, or they can actually just get their next drink next time with no more outlay. They just swap it over. We take them and make sure they're thoroughly washed and cleaned and fresh to go out, just like you would using a coffee cup in a cafe. And so people are always getting a new one. They're not bringing their one back and getting a drink in the same cup. They're getting a fresh one each time. And they can even take it, they might get a juice here in the morning and then go to get some sushi for lunch. They could take their juice cup to Sushi Daily, and then there they could get a reusable container with their sushi in it, and then the next day bring that back into us. We swap it for their cup, and it's just a cyclical thing, so they never have to use any single use, which is fantastic.
We're coming up to Station Mingle here, who has been an adopter of the returnable and reusable container systems. They've got their posters on the windows advertising that they encourage you to bring their own containers in. And also Bendigo Bank is one of our other adopters of the workplace returner micropools.
So I've been really encouraged and enthused by the uptake.
It's been extraordinary how many people have got on board and are really championing this whole project.
What you've been able to do through Village Zero is start conversations and start that behavioural change. It's not only about the reusable packaging, people are bringing and encouraged to bring their own packaging in, aren't they?
It's a win-win for business.
Yeah, so less cost to business, a benefit for the environment.
Absolutely, it's a win all round. And then if you forget to bring your own container, then there's that other option of the Infinity Box where you can just pay your small $2 deposit, walk away with a container that can be swapped at any of the other 6 participating businesses throughout the village.
Along with reducing single-use plastic waste, the Village Zero project focuses on helping small businesses transition to renewable energy.
We are very much a group where all disciplines come together, so energy is the main pillar that I'm interested in and can contribute to through my professional experience. And so the aim here is really to get at the problem of reduction of CO2 emissions. We want to flood the low voltage network with more green power, which means rooftop solar. And our first flagship activity has been a solar drive. And this means more solar PV on roofs of houses and businesses, and it's as simple as that. In our future, we're hoping to get a community battery for this area, this local low voltage network. More rooftop solar means we're going to flood the local low voltage network with green power. And that means that the battery will be able to soak up the daytime energy and just move it across to the evening peak and also the night time, which ensures the base load of energy across 24 hours is more green than the usual grid energy. Sandringham currently has got a 17.5% uptake of solar, whereas the state average is 30% solar on rooftop. We want to get up to that level to ensure the local low voltage network is saturated with green power to dilute the amount of non-renewable power in the system. We've engaged with a local energy management company, Acacia Energy, to enable us to make it easy for people. So they're providing a service, free quotes with Clean Energy Council approved retailers, quality equipment, and a way just by which they can take the legwork and the research out of the process of getting 3 quotes for solar rooftop. That's just one of the ways the solar drive is helping the local community.
So Ray, here we are outside KPA Lawyers, and I believe you've just put solar on your roof.
Yeah, so we're really pleased to be the first business in Sandy Village to get the solar up on the roof as part of the Go Solar Electrify Everything campaign, which is one of the pillars of Village Zero, along with Bendigo Bank, that they'll be close behind.
Yep.
We'll be totally off the grid during summer, so all of our energy consumption will be solar.
That's impressive.
And with some nice days, we'll be able to actually export back into the grid, which is really exciting. So it's a novel approach which Village Zero came up together with the Traders Association and Acacia, that businesses can generate their own energy as major activity centres. So
it's not just for households, this is for businesses as well.
Yeah, as a trader, that's what's exciting, because nobody has really focused on activity centres as businesses. Solar's been great for residents, and they exporting back into the grid. But by doing it within a village precinct, within a business precinct, the energy needs of the businesses during the day can be largely self-sufficient through green energy.
And that's when you use the energy most of the time.
That's when the businesses
So
want
they
it.
use it, yeah.
And for the smaller energy consumers of the businesses, then they'll have the capacity to export back into the grid. And there's a really neat financial model that works for the businesses. So the outlay associated with the installation of the solar, depending upon your energy consumption, and with the rebates that are available and with the tax concessions that are available, in our instance, we'll have payback in 2.5 years.
That's fantastic. Again, it's that win-win.
The village is the centrepiece of the community. It's really the heartbeat of the community. It's also a place where everybody can connect to. No one really truly owns the village. We all feel a connection to it in some way or other. We all come here for our services, to eat and meet friends, to access transport, to buy our food. We're here regularly, so it really is the best place to demonstrate best practice sustainability and influence the community to take those practices home. We'd also love to see this work happen beyond Sandringham. So for Sandringham to be a model of urban regeneration, but to influence other villages to do the same, to really come together as a community and drive this change.
After 3 months of the project running, the members are holding a celebration at one of the local cafes.
It really was a trial and a pilot, and trying to have businesses and the community adopt a different way of thinking.
Over the last 3 months, 924 bring your own containers have been reused, with over 145 people opting into the Infinity Box system, and an overall saving of 2,154 pieces of single-use packaging. The Village Zero project is more than just an environmental initiative. It's a powerful reminder of what communities can achieve when they come together. By reducing waste and embracing renewable energy, it demonstrates that business and environmental interests can align and that small actions can drive big change.